What's up? How's it going? We're working on the motor for the Cherokee again today. Going to be replacing the intake manifold gasket, and it's not for that Cherokee, it's for the Grand Cherokee. So yeah, I've already put a motor in that and then done a head gasket on the new motor. I'm not messing with that shit again yet. It's fine for now. This is Gary's replacement motor that was sitting over there. It didn't need an intake manifold gasket, but we've got to replace it because, like most 4 liters, you look right there at the collector, it's cracked. So I've got to pull this manifold off so I can get to the back side of it to weld it up again. It will eventually crack again. The 4-liter manifolds are famous for that, unless you get the newer style one that's got the little flex joints in between some of the runners. Those really don't crack. But this is Gary's. He doesn't have a whole lot of money right now. You know, he's 17. He's working, doing the best he can. But right now we just got to get this thing on the road. So $16 intake manifold gasket in a few minutes with my Miller welding machine over there, and I'll have it fixed up for him at least for a few thousand miles. It'll be all right. And then, you know, maybe he'll be able to afford to put the better manifold on it. So this is the replacement manifold gasket, and this is actually the first one of these I've ever gotten. You'll see it's a tan color. All the ones I've ever used are the old kind of metallic silver colored ones, and that's what I was expecting to be in this package. But this is apparently a newer, updated version, and it actually has stamped steel fire rings on the exhaust ports to help, I guess, from burning the gasket out, which is cool. I mean, it's nice that they're still refining things to make them better quality. But this is the part number for the new gasket. I don't know if this cross-references as the same number as the old one or not, but it's MS94790. So MS94790 is the new gasket. Hopefully they're a little better about not blowing and burning the exhaust runners out. I'm sure they will be by the looks of it. But as I said, this is my first experience with this gasket. So we're gonna see how it pans out. Anyway, moving on. What the hell did I do with my, oh, there it is, my disconnect tool. I wanted to show you guys, in case some of you may not be familiar with the Chrysler quick disconnects. This is your fuel line quick disconnect here. It's a 1/4-inch line, and it comes with this damn bullshit ass clamp on it. Actually, that's backwards. So when you get it, it'll be like that. And this is just a safety clamp to keep the line from blowing off if the fingers inside the connector should fail. So you just pull it off like so to begin with, and then the quick disconnect tool is like this, is available at almost any auto parts store. It's got 5/16 line on one side and 1/4-inch on the other. Once again, your fuel line is 1/4-inch. The transmission lines on these are 5/16. So this is good for both. But to use this, you just open it up, slide it over your line, push it down into the line, and then pull it off. And sometimes you'll have to push this up onto the tool as well, and then twist it a little bit to get them broke loose if they've got some trash in the connector or whatnot. But they usually come off fairly easily. Now, that's the old line that came with the motor. It's bent up and screwed up, so we're not going to use it. The factory line is still on the Jeep and in good shape, and as you see, I covered it up to keep debris out of it and to keep water out of it when I degreased and washed the engine bay here. It's fairly straightforward to remove the intake. It's just one gasket for the intake and exhaust manifold, covers both. They're all 14mm fasteners. You've got one nut on each end of the exhaust manifold, there and there, and the rest are 14mm bolts. You got, shit, I've never even counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up top, and then I think you've got about the same underneath. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 underneath. So what I do is I leave one bolt up top that's easily accessible. That way when you take the bottom ones off, the manifold doesn't fall on your arm. It's not that heavy, but it can pinch your finger or something, and it hurts. You don't have to worry about the exhaust manifold falling off because it's not going to fall off of the studs on the end. So you just remove all of your underneath bolts and remove all your top bolts except one, and then when you're ready, of course I can't do this because I'm holding a camera and one-handed, but you'll hold it